All right. We're recording. Make sure we check every 30 minutes.
Got it. I was supposed to remind you to do something and I can't remember what it is.
You know, I forgot.
I'm remembering because like you were here and I told you to do something. You're like, remind me, and I was like, okay. It's okay. It'll come back to me.
Okay. That's her life. It's okay. It's okay. All right, AP.
Yo.
Sober Train Wreck is back again for another episode. Peeps.
Bathing the mic.
Oh.
Did I ask for a shower?
I drank some water before we started, you know, so my mouth a little wet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hey guys, what's up? It's Sober Train Wreck.
You just said whispering is bad for you.
Okay, you know what? Leave me alone. All right, shot on the right. Shoot, shot's just here.
The shot is just there. AP is also just here. And welcome to the Sober Train Wreck. So shot.
This is crazy. Life's crazy.
Life's crazy?
Yeah, man. I've been stressing about this project. So me and AP, before we started, I've been thinking about this project I've been working on for like future investment stuff. I've been working on this project for a while, and now I'm going to the next phase. I thought I wouldn't touch for like years, but because of how fast NFTs and the metaverse is like going, I have to like accommodate a lot quicker than I thought for this market that's moving exponentially fast. So it's just been bugging me. A lot of brainstorming. And I'm trying to think of ways how to make this thing without dropping mad cash. But it always becomes mad cash in my brain. But we'll see. I'll keep brainstorming later. Yeah, I thought like how I am. I like to think about things. I don't stop thinking about it until I'm good and ready. But it's okay. I have to learn to be a responsible adult and let things sit and come back to it later. Because there's no rush. There's no rush.
There's no rush, but I'm also a strong believer in like doing as I go, or learning as I go. I guess like just kind of not necessarily diving in, but like getting started instead of like getting trapped in your brain.
Yeah, yeah. I get trapped in my brain.
Happens.
Exactly. You just kind of fight yourself. I might mess around and do what you said. Just do it and don't care. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But it's gonna stress me out, so I can't. Yeah. We'll see. Tonight I'll think about it some more. So yeah, but I'm a big thinker, very very big thinker. I need hours to think on stuff. But I don't know, some people they think for 2 seconds and then they know everything up here. You know, I have a lot of friends like that.
Stress free, I'm sure.
No,
or stress less.
I disagree. I think it's the same stress level. It's just the decision that overthinkers make and underthinkers make is just, it's the same. It's just, I mean, of course, I think yeah, it's the same. If you overthink, you would do less, and you underthink, you do more. So it ends up equating kind of, I don't know. But then it kind of sounds like underthinkers do more dumb decisions. I would say underthinkers do more dumb decisions.
More avoidable decisions.
Yeah, or more emotional decisions. That's what underthinkers kind of do a lot. And then overthinkers just do less overall and kind of just don't do that much.
But that doesn't necessarily mean it's like worse. Like being an underthinker. Because it could easily work out. Yeah,
exactly. So yeah, you're right. So that's it's like the same thing, really. The whole point is to find a balance for yourself. Find a balance for yourself. Yeah.
Yes. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Okay. So it's okay to overthink and underthink, but maybe avoid doing too much of the sorts. Yeah. Okay. Cool beans, AP. So what's the topic? The first one.
The first one was like this: not realizing the shit that fucked us up.
Oh, that was a you topic.
Was it?
Yeah.
I just be writing stuff, bro. I don't.
You're funny.
I don't pay attention to who wrote it. I just whatever's happening at the moment. I don't know. Odds are I was like reading a book or something.
You mentioned it before to me. I remember multiple times when you complained about toxic men, or like I remember it was in the car when we were driving, and we were talking to each other about your dating experience and men, and I was explaining to you that some stuff that guys have gone through had like scarred them, and then you're like, I don't want to deal with any of that scarred stuff. You're like, where can I find a guy that's not scarred? I'm like, what are you talking about? We're all scarred.
I don't remember saying those exact exact words.
Well, no, it wasn't the exact words.
Don't let them think that I'm here.
No,
looking for
no.
a fixed dude. That's not
No.
necessarily.
That's not what happened, guys.
Use different words.
I'm saying, okay, the word I'm trying to say, we were discussing the negative effects guys have gone through that make them harder for other girls to deal with. Mm-hmm. Like one girl will scar a guy, and the next girl that gets that guy has to deal with the problems that girl left on him. Mm-hmm. But same for girls.
Yes.
Well, I'm biased. I don't think it's completely like that, but.
What is your bias? What is your thought?
I mean, I'm a male that's been with girls, so like for me, but then I think it's just a circle. A guy messes up a girl messes up a guy, back and forth. You know, this way you can't blame either or gender. It's just for me, when I was a wholesome, good young man. Right. Like, let me give you an example. When I was I think I started going down the wrong path at like 18. Okay. Before 18, you were good for a long time. Yes, I was very good, bro. I was a virgin. I would go to church a lot. Like I was very, very religious. I was very scared of sin, so I avoided lying, I avoided stealing. I was terrified of God. I was like, God gonna kill me. It's funny to me because I know this version of him. I don't know the 18-year-old version of this dude. Go ahead. Yeah, so you met me in middle school. Like I was like very wholesome young man. Like I didn't watch porn. Like I was like. I didn't see you as wholesome though. I mean, you did. I didn't see you as a heathen, but I didn't see you as necessarily wholesome. You were always cursing people out. What? You're a very angry child. But the point is, I wasn't doing that. That's like, I guess our definition of wholesome is just different. Yeah. I mean, if you cuss somebody out, I think it makes you not wholesome. But my reasons for cursing you out wouldn't be random. It wouldn't be like random. Like you did something to me and I'm mad, and I'm letting you know I'm mad. Right? That's like, I don't think that's a bad thing. You piss me off, I let you know you pissed me off. Right. But if I go hurt somebody's feelings and not give a crap, I think that's like, where it's like, oh, okay, I'm just like being a bad person. Okay. I'm like hurting people now, kind of thing. Yeah, or like even doing my homework on time. I cared about what teachers said. Like I cared about people's feelings all the time. I was very. You're making it sound like you're no longer like this. I'm half of what I like. It's humans are horrible. So that's what I'm saying. So like what happened was, and I wanted like a very sweet, innocent like type girl, and then 18 years old, all that changed because of one girl. She tortured the crap out of me, and then after that, my view on women changed. After that, I didn't care how women felt. I saw women more on the objective side. I saw women as more evil, and so in retrospect, like after the experience I had with that girl happened, I kind of treated girls differently after that, in a not so nice gentleman way. You know what I mean? And then the girlfriends after that all suffered. And it got consecutively worse as I got another girlfriend. So after her, the other one, the next one had to suffer, and it keeps just a line of suffering from the stuff I built up over each one. Like for example, one girl taught me that girls literally use you sometimes, and they will tell you, "I'm using you," and it's like, oh, that's crazy. So that just showed me, okay, people care about what I'm able to offer them, right? That's a thing. Wait. But the camera's recording. I'm gonna be using both audio. Turn it on. Just turn it on. I'm here speaking my life into this microphone. Wait, no, but relax. It's okay. I was like, hold on a second. I was wondering why it was gray. I was like, something doesn't look right here. Or not look right. I was like, I don't remember pushing this thing. Now we're recording. But this one's recording. She didn't turn on the microphones, you guys. So it is going to come from like okay audio quality to like great audio quality. She never turned on the audio. I'm here speaking my life and soul to this microphone. You were heard. Thank goodness I'm loud. You were heard. That's all that matters. Relax. Yeah, so one thing that she changed me was my thought that, 18-year-old now thought his value was based upon... 18-year-old started thinking his value was based upon what he's able to offer a female, right? Instead of being a good person and being loyal and being like, very caring, you're like, nah, I got to be able to do X amount of stuff to make myself valuable. The next girl kind of reinforced that idea that, because she started liking me because of this skill that I developed, and she liked that skill a lot, and that's what got her interested in me in the first place. So that reinforced that, I need to have these skills to make myself like attractive and stuff like that and valuable to my girl. And I end up prioritizing those skills over my girl. So the activity involving that skill, I'll put over spending time with my girl. So instead of 4 hours with a girlfriend, I'll give her an hour and a half a day. And everything, the rest of my free time, just go to the activity with other people that I don't really care about, really, versus the girl I truly do really care about. So stuff like that I develop over time. Because just that one girl, and it kind of like, what's that effect when it gets bigger and bigger, snowball effect? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of snowballed. And I picked up more stuff. And then like the third girl taught me like the girlfriend's friend are more important than your opinion sometimes. Cause like, yeah, like the girlfriend, like your girlfriend's friend's opinion is more important than your opinion as the boyfriend sometimes. Cause like I had a girlfriend, her friends, the moment they had an issue with me, it caused a problem in our relationship.
Got it.
So then I learned, if I date a girl, I date all her friends.
Right.
I got to make everybody happy. My girl and her friends happy at the same time. Like, I'm not dating. I got one girlfriend. Bro, with her, I had 4 girlfriends.
It's crazy.
Right? That's what it felt like. I had to worry about this one. I had to worry about that one. I had to worry about this one. And I had to worry about my own.
Right.
I had to make everybody happy. I'm like, bro, this is so annoying. So stuff like that. And it kind of carries over to like, yeah. That's why, and then I started dating girls with less friends, and it was like a bliss. I'm like, oh, yes, less friends. But then when the drama happens, the friends of the girl get involved in the drama. So it's like, oh my gosh. It's like if you date a girl, now I'm scared to date a girl because now I'm worried about all her friends. Not her getting mad at me, it's all her friends getting mad at me and her. You know what I mean? It's like now I have an army of people that hate me. You know, it's just it's stuff like that, you know. Like breakups never end up being smooth. When a girl has a bunch of female friends, it never goes smooth. You have an army of girls that hate you now because you broke up with a girl.
Right. So,
and then it's just a lot of stupid stuff. So that's just why I'm biased, I guess.
Okay, I wouldn't call that bias at all. I don't know. It's just your experience.
Yeah.
It seems a very like external thing, I think.
Or
on your end, it seems very external, and you're like able to see all of these things come up in your relationships as opposed to like not.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like I noticed it, kind of thing.
Because you got into relationships and they brought those things out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And these are also like not necessarily like recent in the sense that like when I wrote down the topic, I was talking about childhood stuff. I wasn't referring to like recent. Look, one thing I guess I didn't realize was like how I guess traumatic events can occur recently and still be a traumatic event.
Oh yeah. Even from 18 to now, 7 years of dating girls. I mean, now I'm clean. Now this doesn't bother me no more. But the stuff I carried over the years of each girl gave me a new stress. Like it was ridiculous,
so
man. And it's what I'm saying. Like I became more and more I care less about the girls' feelings the more I dated more girls. I just realized, I'm like, y'all don't give a crap about my feelings. So why I care about y'all feelings? It always end up being like that, worse and worse. I thought the next one would change my mind, but it was like, y'all are some Satans out here.
So, but what were these effects on yourself and not on the next relationship?
But it would affect the next one because now my mindset changed.
I know, but the question I'm asking is how it affected you on you.
I think how I valued myself changed.
Okay.
A lot. Yeah.
In what sense? I don't want this to be like a therapy episode, but
how did it change? Like I said, I used to think what was important was what I could bring to the table.
Okay.
Right. That's what everyone tells you as a man. Oh, man, you got to provide that kind of stuff. A lot of girls reinforce that idea too.
So this wasn't enforced, or you didn't have this happen or come up prior to 18-year-old?
No. It was 18 I realized that what you can provide a female is very, very important. But now realizes that I shouldn't let that take over my life. Essentially, like I really do have to worry about me, put me as priority, essentially, and stuff like that. And because I dealt with a lot of stuff just to keep my partner for that kind of stuff. Yeah, like I would tolerate a lot of behaviors that was not cool. and I shouldn't, and it's just bad for me and like not fair, and like I wasn't loving myself enough to realize I have to value myself to a point that I should accept certain behaviors, but I would just tolerate it because of certain stupid stuff I learned over time. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot of decisions I made over the years got more and more bad from me changing that way. Cause I used to make really good decisions as a young kid. Right? But then as I got older, I started getting, these bad influences and bad, like, I guess, mental scars and stuff like that, or emotional scars. I started making worse and worse decisions.
Were you sheltered before you left the house?
Yeah, I was pretty sheltered as a kid. Pretty
this would
sheltered.
Explain that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I encourage parents to let their kids date early while the parents are there to, guide them. Versus letting your daughter and son go out to the world, date on their own, and there's no one to help them, but their stupid friends are stupid. Versus you let the kid date when you're around, hence the parent makes a mistake. You can talk to the kid about it, give her advice. Now she's not scarred. Or she won't make the same mistake twice. Or if she does, now she's just stupid. You know what I mean? Versus her friends, oh my gosh, Billy, he's such an F-boy, but he's so hot. Like, that's not good advice. You know what I mean? I'd be like, leave that guy. But maybe that guy doesn't, maybe it's workable what y'all have going on or the issue that have, you know what I mean? A parent would see that. Like, girl, I dated a bunch of da-da-da-da-da-da. That he's a keeper.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Or this boy, he seems nice. That's an F-boy. Like, your mom can tell you more than a girl your age. She's not experienced as a parent.
Okay.
Or a dad. You know what I mean? If my dad sat down and talked to me about girls, I would know how to deal with them better. But I didn't know how to deal with girls. I had to learn how girls worked over time. And every year, I learned it's a bottomless pit. But there's some concepts that popped up a lot. So I'm like, okay, I understand how to deal with women now.
Okay. So, like, I'm really trying not to make this a psychology or a therapist
episode.
But I'm just curious. So, like, would you say that your parents were emotionally mature?
Yeah. My parents, very emotionally mature. But they also were both stubborn. So my mom was stubborn in her ways. My dad was stubborn in his ways. But they both kind of just dealt with each other for a couple years. And then when things went south, no one was surprised. We're just like, oh, this is bound to happen kind of thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So you think that they would have been able to sit down with you and talk
my mom was right. That's the thing that's crazy. My mom was right about girls. But I didn't believe her because she was a girl herself. My mom told me all the girls want. She's like, hello, baby shot. All the girls want is the money. If you don't got money, you can't have a girl. I was like, what? No, it's all about the love and and all that stuff. Like, no. I mean, shot? No. It's all about the money. All these girls are leeches out here. And I was like, nah, that ain't true. And then my first girl at 18 ended up being just first, third. I would say from my memory, off record, the number is I don't know the numbers like that. But the first and third girlfriend were definitely with me because of my pocket, for sure. Okay,
so I want to say that in itself creates a let's see, what is the word I'm looking for? I guess a scar in the brain, because then you start viewing, I guess it didn't work for you. Because then you start viewing the opposite sex in a certain way. Because when I think about it, like, my mom would always tell me, like, all men want to do is get you pregnant and leave you. That's
the opposite of what we want to do. We don't want to get you pregnant, period.
So that's like one of the main things she would constantly tell me. And I know that's like one of the things that like Caribbean mothers always try to enforce into their daughters' minds, is like that men, I don't know, like men will keep wanting to just impregnate you and whisper sweet nothings and then like leave you later down the line, that sort of thing. And I know, like, I personally don't know if this has left a like mark on me per se. Like, I don't know if it has changed anything in how my mind sees men. I have to really think about it, because I'm like, I never really cared either way. I think the only reason why she kept saying that was because like I'd have like crushes or something, and she'd be like, oh my God, don't. You can't have boyfriends. And I was like, what the fuck? No one's thinking about boyfriends right now. Like, I was like It was elementary school. Like, I wasn't thinking about boyfriends. I was just like, oh, that kid's cute, or whatever. Because I want to say, like, when I find this like very prominent in immigrant homes of single parents. Like, they'll try to warn you in a way that isn't healthy.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like they just fear. I don't know if it's fear that they're using to like scare you away from it, or like just kind of ruin the way you look at people. I don't know. Like, does that make sense?
No, definitely. Because I've seen it before in one of my exes and how their single parent kind of like really messed them up on how they view or treat their partner.
Like, how did they, if you remember what was said, or
like how the mother treated the daughter treated me.
An example.
And so I'm trying to remember the exact example. It's kind of like when the mom was upset, how she reacted to the daughter was how she reacted to me. So she was copying her mother's behavior, without realizing it towards me. And stuff the mother would say to her, she would say to me, kind of. So not like everything, but certain things.
What about that makes it, I guess, relevant to the single parent thing?
Because the mother is single and stuff like that, and copying that behavior will lead the daughter to staying single as well. Like, the behavior of the daughter, there's no way she can keep a man with her mindset.
That's crazy.
Unless the man is a perfect equivalent of hers. Yeah. Or unless the guy is able to tolerate certain behaviors. And unless he changes. Unless she changed, then yeah. But if she's the same way she was with me with another dude, they're not going to tolerate that behavior. They're just going to do...
They shouldn't have to tolerate anything. She needs to work on that.
Exactly, and stuff like that. So, like she's not a bad person. She's a really nice person.
Yeah.
But it's just... those habits are instilled in her. She kind of can't get rid of them, and now she's pushing that. She's doing what she wouldn't want happen to herself. You know what I mean? Like, she's kind of like very hypocritical in how she speaks and how she releases her anger towards her partner, which was me. And I was like, oh, that's kind of strange, But she got it from one of the places she got it was from her mother. Also, her personality is just that way in general. But yeah, and. So I guess I'm wrong giving parents helping you figure out who to date.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, I think I'm wrong about that.
Well, okay, so as you were speaking, I was like trying to think. I was like, how could this have affected me, right? Yeah. Like, so like my dad's not in my life, right? And it's because like my mom left my dad, and like the explanation that she gave me was that he wasn't taking care of us, right? So I want to say when like the amount of times that she's told me like, oh, all men want to do is get in your life, get you pregnant, and leave you, right? This might have instilled this, like, I don't care for men in my life thing. So, like, because I was also thinking about, like, what is the effect of a lack of parent in your life? Like, in my head.
Oh, like not having a father affecting you? Or it definitely affected you.
Oh, like, can you tell me? I haven't been able to figure this shit out.
I mean, of course you wouldn't know, but it's yourself. It's kind of I see it in you. You just, I don't know how to say this.
Because, like, in my, like, I was asking, like, all of my other male friends, like, I understand what a lack of a male figure or a father in a male's life, like, I could see what kind of mark that could leave.
Yes.
But for a woman, what kind of mark could that leave?
So I only know two right now.
Okay.
Off rip. I have to kind of go through my brain a little bit, but I know you and another person that has no father in their life. What age did he leave?
My mom left when I was 5.
Okay, about around the same age. Yeah. So exact same age that the other one left. Yeah. So one thing is just how you view men is different than a girl that has a father.
Okay.
Right. There's this theory out there that some people go for partners that are similar to their parents.
Okay.
Right? Since you don't have a male figure in your life, that theory would apply to you. You have no male figure to kind of compare as like, oh, this is a good person to go after. That kind of stuff. Like, let's say you had a crappy dad. This was in your life. He had bad qualities. I don't like this quality, whatever, yada. So you would date a guy that didn't have the qualities you didn't like of your dad. But let's say your dad was a great man. You loved him. You would kind of want a guy with those qualities because they will signal to your brain, he'll be a good father for my kids. You know what I mean? That's the theory, right?
Okay.
But you don't have that now.
Right.
So now you need nothing to compare it to. You have to figure out what good qualities a man have, that kind of stuff, yada yada. And then another thing is that okay, when I say this, calm down.
I mean, if I have questions, I'll ask. But go ahead.
Your temperament.
Okay.
So I noticed this pattern with girls. For my personal experience with females without fathers, or fathers that left when they were young, was they have temperaments on the hot side.
Okay.
Right? So, yeah, like, and you guys are, and y'all are very outspoken. Very outspoken.
Okay.
Right? Very outspoken. More than a girl with a father. Because girls with fathers that I've dealt with are not that outspoken. Girls without fathers, they let you know what's in their brain. And they say exactly how it is. No filter. Right? Because I think fathers
Hold on.
kind of...
Have I snapped on you before?
Yeah.
When?
Check the podcast.
What are you talking
Once
about?
you get angry, you kind of like start saying stuff. I'm like, oh.
Like what?
And I have to calm you down. I gotta bring you back.
What are you talking about? I snapped on you?
Like not that your anger or your boiling is visible. Like you're boiling a little bit.
The only time I can think of is when my hand wouldn't stop shaking. That's really when I couldn't stop myself from shaking.
Like that's one example.
That's the only example
people
I
can
can
see
think
when you're
of.
boiling.
Okay.
People like when I'm upset. People don't know when I'm upset.
Okay.
I can be like right now I'm stressed. But no one can tell.
Okay.
Well, now they know because I said it. Now they're nitpicking like small little details to see, oh, he's stressed. Now they'll figure it out at some point what my stress signals are, even when I'm hiding it. But but you don't hide your boiling point. You boil, people know. And I've been told in the past too, I hide my emotions very well. Like you'll never know who I like. You'll never know who I hate. You'll never know if I'm mad or sad. And you have no idea what I'm going through. I'm just like, chill. Like, oh, it's fine. Oh, he's doing fine. Like, I'm going through hell. You have no idea. Oh, he's mad? No, he seems fine to me. You know, like people, I've been told that people have no idea when I'm pissed. Or people will know after over time to realize, oh, when he's mad, he does this one little thing and that's his version of hiding it or coping with it or whatever, or masking it. Yeah. So you just don't cover at all.
Sure.
Yeah. Which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad quality.
I
it's
mean,
fine.
I don't want to say I agree, but okay, go ahead.
It's fine. It's fine to disagree. I accept if you disagree. We'll just fight forever on it. But yeah, that's something I've noticed. Like if I think of all the girlfriends I've had that have had fathers, they are very they don't say what's on their mind all the time. And it's
So what is this correlation?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just correlation that I don't understand why it happened. It's kind of like trying to figure out why we like hips, and then we had to go back down to science of you push kids out easier. That's why we like hips. That's what they decided to tell us why we like hips. Stuff. It's probably something like on that level of like digging. Like maybe the male figure triggers a gene to make you more submissive, and something like that. I don't know. It could be something like that. I'm making a speculation. Like that could be a thing, but we don't know. Like there's not enough research yet, I think, on that kind of stuff. I just noticed the pattern, or kind of like how each sport, certain characteristics pop up in certain sports. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like in baseball, for example, the use of magic is very common.
The use of magic?
Yes. So I took a class on what is magic.
Okay.
And magic is one aspect of magic is believing that a certain ritual item has a positive and negative effect on you. So in baseball, it was rampant that people would, if you see baseball players, they always do the same thing. They'll put their foot down, they'll rub it twice, they'll check the shoulder, and then they'll throw. They'll never not do that. If they don't, they're going to miss.
I understand.
And they're only missing because they just associate a good throw with that motion, and then the whole chewing gum thing. Some players, if you look at history books of like what is magic or whatever, and they use baseball as an example, they'll chew gum before a game all times. Or they'll wear a certain shirt, a certain shape. It's like crap like that. It's common in baseball. But basketball, you kind of see it when they some of them shake before they throw.
Yeah.
Some of them go the Merry Cross. Some of them Yeah, but that's considered magic.
Okay.
'Cause it's a ritual or action that boosts your, like, I don't know. Yeah, it kind of boosts. 'Cause if you don't do it, it's like guaranteed you're not gonna, like, I don't know. 'Cause it's all belief.
Right.
It's all in your head kind of
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
you know. So yeah. So sports kind of cause that to happen. You don't have rituals like that. I'm pretty sure you walk outside your house and you don't care.
Yeah.
But baseball players and basketball players might develop these kind of ritual habit thing for a lot of stuff. Like they'll wear a necklace under their thing. You never know, that kind of stuff. Not all like religion makes you do less, has a higher chance of making you do less bad things depending on the person, of course. Like me, I grew up from 18, I was a virgin. But I'm pretty sure if I was not in church, I would have clapped cheeks a long time ago, before 18 and stuff like that. And I was trying to be a virgin even after that. I just lost it at a stupid way. But I wanted to stay a virgin until marriage. I decided that at a super young age, and I kept it going for a while, but then I made a mistake, and then yada yada. But I was willing to be a virgin for a long time because of church. If there was no church in my life, I would have lost that crap a long time ago. So that's like associated. Why? You can dig into it. I don't know. You know, it's kind of like that. So you not having a dad making you be more outspoken is very possible that it's caused by whatever causes it, and yeah, that's just my speculation.
Okay.
The females I'm around.
So what do, and I don't like want this to sound bad, but like quite literally, what do you think fathers do for their daughters?
I have no idea.
Okay. What do mothers do for their sons?
Crap load.
In what way? Like you think you couldn't live, or do you think there'd be like a negative effect, or what do you think you would lose if you were just raised by your dad?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
My father?
By a dad.
My father?
If we're not using specifically your dad, just by a dad.
If I was raised just by a dad, I feel like I wouldn't know how to deal with girls. Period. Like nothing at all. Like girls would be more of a sensitive subject for me.
Okay.
And I think I'd have more male friends as well.
Okay.
But yeah, because I would have more male friends if I was raised by a dad alone and no siblings.
Okay.
Can I imagine it as if I had no siblings? Because siblings also have a big effect on you, because sometimes the older sibling can become like a mother figure to you.
Okay.
And father figure if you have an older
so
brother.
So none of your sisters, like, I guess, tell you about girls and all that jazz?
Not really, because they were going through their own stuff. And I didn't trust them to give me girl advice.
Okay.
I automatically negated what they said, bro. I was like, oh, she give me advice? Bump that.
All right.
Yeah, so, yeah.
I guess that's the end of that.
It's crazy. But what was the topic again?
Not realizing the shit that fucks us up. When I wrote it down, I meant it in terms of childhood, and you brought it into relationships, so I stuck to the relationship side of it.
Oh, okay. Then what stuff as kids do you think messed us up we don't realize?
Bruh. I feel like, and I guess I could speak. Hold on, let me arrange these thoughts. I want to say, no, I guess I'll speak like ultimately. Like just the way I guess your parents treat you, the way your parents raise you, the way your parents like anything you and what you brought into. That's why I asked you like, were you sheltered? Because like, did you have like any habits that you are aware of that might have been caused by something else prior to 18?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch.
Would you like to share with the class?
Do I share with the class? Do you have any?
Yeah.
Okay, you go first.
I mean, I asked you first, so.
Oh my gosh, you see, this is what having no father does. Oh my gosh. Okay, anywho.
Wow.
Yeah,
that was rude.
I'm taking what?
Go ahead.
I'm joking.
You're not joking.
I am.
Go ahead.
I am, Susie.
Go ahead. They're gonna drag you in the comments. Go ahead.
Whatever. I think me being ignorant. So, because my parents sheltered me, I didn't have many friends growing up. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't used to being in friend groups. So my first big friend group was high school, and I ruined that friend group. Not ruined it. I've seen friend groups last for years, right? In our friend group, I created like sides within my friend group. And I created, no one else. It was me causing the problems in the friend group.
You were the problem.
Yeah, and then it's because I was just not used to being in a friend group. You know, like being shelter for so long, at the age of 16, you finally make a bunch of friends. You're like, yo, I have like more than 2 friends. Like, it's crazy. We're all in a group and we meet up regularly. We have each other's phone numbers. We're in group chats. Like, well, it's crazy. So I didn't know how my actions would affect the whole group. I never considered that factor. It always was, I was alone for so long, you know. I was like elementary school, middle school. I had friends, yeah, but always small group of friends. So my actions weren't, and then they would just get over it super quick, you know. But with a bigger group, it's always a higher chance of someone getting really affected by what you did, even though you didn't think about it, you know. So that was something I didn't realize growing up, and that was really annoying. And it happened again in college as well, because I had an even bigger group of friends. I was never used to, because my mom never let me be a part of any big groups. Like, if I was a part of these big groups, like teams or clubs before before college and high school, I would have already gone through this and I would have known better, like other people did. Like, they already knew how socializing worked. I didn't. I was like a weirdo trying to figure it out on my own and just guessing. I literally just guessed, this would be cool.
So what was the hardest thing about socializing?
Guessing what people would be okay with and not okay with. Because my only knowledge was like movies, which was stupid.
Okay, hold on. Okay, how about, what do you mean by like okay with, like what you say, the way you act?
Both what I said and what I act. So
Okay.
like, okay, I see on TV they cussing, or I see this group they're cussing. Let me go cuss too a little bit, but I'll over cuss. I don't know what it's too much cussing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Or like everybody's like having sex. It's like, okay, but how much sex is too much sex? Or who do you have sex with? I didn't know who to have sex with for it to be cool. Like, yeah, I didn't know who to have sex with for it to be okay and acceptable. I was like, oh, if I have sex, I'm good. Nah, it's who you have sex with.
That's funny.
That will affect how they view you.
Right.
If you have sex with random people, people are like, oh, that's cool. If you have sex with people within a friend group or a big group, that's not okay. I didn't know it was a different thing. I just thought, oh, the number go up, I'm Gucci.
Right.
But
this was in college?
Yeah, stuff like that.
That's unfortunate.
That's when I realized, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like, I didn't know being close friends with your girlfriend, with your female. I know being close friends with your girlfriend's female friend was not okay. Like, if you have a girlfriend, she has a female friend, getting close to her, it's not okay. I didn't know that. You see in the movies.
I mean, did you do stuff to them?
No.
So then why is it not okay?
Because my girl didn't like us just talking without her being present.
I think that's insecure, but okay.
But that's a common thing that most girls wouldn't like.
Okay.
Like, you mean times I got told, why are you so close to my female friend? She's cool. We're great. You can see our conversations.
Yeah.
She just don't like the fact that I told it to another girl.
Right.
And she feels like the girl. And I was told in some cultures, the female friend of a girl shouldn't go to the boyfriend, period. But that's not our culture. It's a different. I'm not going to call them out, but it's another culture. They don't think that's okay. But I grew up black, so I didn't know this was a thing that other cultures had. And I'm dating a lot of non-black girls, so like I started learning about other cultures, and like it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, to learn socializing. Like it's like what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, and what makes it acceptable. So, cause you'll think it's acceptable, but it's like if you don't know the reason why, you f around and do the wrong thing that actually isn't acceptable, but you didn't know it was different.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, apparently, eating out and talking over eating is normal. I thought that was weird. I was like,
Talking
what?
over eating?
Yeah, people like the hangout thing was always going out to eat. I'm like, that's so expensive. Why are we always eating out just to talk to each other? I can't call
why
you.
you do that?
Oh, maybe that's why I got it.
Where you always like, let's go out to eat. How am I gonna see you? What the fuck you mean? How you gonna see me? Just come to the house.
See the scar? You see the effect they had on me? I thought it was dumb at first, but then I got used to doing that.
Okay.
If I say, oh, let's hang out at my place, it became a whole, you trying to fuck? No! I'm not trying to fuck. I just want to spend money on food. I have food at home. Why we gotta go out just to talk?
Yeah,
I can't
like
call
now I
you.
gotta make sure I don't eat.
You
Like,
know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean?
I gotta make sure I don't eat.
Now I gotta starve a little bit.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean? I'm like, can I just call you? Like, people don't like to call. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
calling's weird now. Okay.
apparently.
Like, we can't just call and catch up. We gotta meet up for food now. And like,
I mean, I'll speak on that. I hate phone calls, but I prefer to see you in person. That doesn't mean we have to go to a whole restaurant and shit. We can just come to the house. Come see me.
But then people are like, people I was used to call that, oh, you trying to fuck? I'm like, no, I'm not trying to fuck.
Okay.
You know, 'cause we're not in a public area, so now it's like private area, so it's like weird. I'm like, nah.
Let's go to a park.
I've had played
You want to go to a
but then now people, what you gonna do in the park? They be like, what we doing in the park? Like,
That is so funny.
right?
I guess this is why I
had
stayed
to
out of the
learn
large
that,
groups of
right? I had to
people.
learn that.
So were you drawn to large groups, or did you just happen to end up in large groups?
I happened to end up in large groups every time. I didn't walk into them. I just got invited to them, and I liked it, and I stayed for the few people that I liked. You know, I didn't really associate with the whole group as a whole. It's just few people that I chose. Like, I'm cool with you. But then, as I started doing more things, I became like a figure in that group, so everyone knew who I was. So now what I did, everyone cared about apparently, and I wasn't used to that either. Yeah, like, the concept of people caring about what I'm doing and they don't know me confused the crap out of me.
Yeah.
'Cause I grew up, no one cared about what I did.
Yeah.
You know, now I do something everyone needs to know and cares. I'm like, what? What doesn't make any sense?
You're popular.
Because I don't care what you're doing.
You're popular.
But you care what I do? Like,
Yeah.
like I said, I grew up very alone and very few friends.
I understand.
You know what I mean? So that kind of stuff is like what messed me up growing up was being sheltered. It's like it messed up how I socialize with people. 'Cause I had to learn so much at an old age where everyone else already had it figured out because they went through that crap already.
Figure it out.
Yeah, but they did better
I guess
than
ahead of you.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that, or just like I think that's the main one for me. It's just being sheltered was so stupid. Yeah. Oh, and my parents didn't let me work a job until I was 21.
Why not?
They didn't want me to have money.
Why not?
They wanted to have control over me.
I see.
They didn't want me to quit school and just work. I was like, I don't know what. Now that I did
They
at
always
work,
associate working with like quitting school. And
yeah,
I don't understand.
yeah. Every time in Haitian culture, when you work a job that makes good money, they think you're gonna quit school off rip.
And it's like, I mean, I could have and made more money, but okay.
Yeah. So my parents did not let me work until 21, or actually, I had no choice to work I had no choice anymore but to work at 21.
Didn't you leave the house at 18?
But they still didn't let me cause I was a good kid, so I listened to my parents still.
I see.
So yeah, I didn't sneak around like that. But yeah, I didn't work until I was 21 because my parents would not let me, and that messed me up so bad. So bad it messed me
Why
up.
did it mess you up, or in what way?
Because I never learned how to save my
Okay.
own money. I never learned about like taxes or stuff like that. 'Cause that's how my dad stole money from me from taxes, or he
I
played me
see.
for tax money stuff. 'Cause I was unaware about how taxes worked. 'Cause I never had a job. That's how taxes, you know.
I had a job and I still don't know how taxes work, but yeah, go ahead.
But you know, my dad was able to take a lot of money from me that I was supposed to get because I didn't know taxes, and he played me really well, you know, stuff like that. So up until 21, he still was playing with me. He using me, all that stuff. I had no idea. I could have stopped it if I had a job. If I knew how taxes work, I would have been shut that crap down and not be in the situation I am now. I'd be in a better spot than I am now for sure.
And then how does that work? Like, how was he able to play
So
you?
if your
weren't
parents give you
working?
social, they can apply to get financial. They can apply to get like tax money for you because you're a dependent.
Right.
So the money is supposed to go to the kid. So if you have a kid that's not working, you get like a bunch of money for that kid. The idea is to give it to the kid so he can use it to not work. And that's
Right.
because my parents told me not to work because they'll give me money.
Right.
If you get a lot of money, I'm struggling. You're aware of that. You say, bump it. I'm gonna go clap cheeks with a woman in Haiti and use all the money for that.
Right.
And let the kid struggle. And that's your kid. It's like, doesn't make sense to me. And he was able to finesse me like that because I still gave him my social and everything and stuff like that. And I let him do that without realizing. And I had worked that year. He took all the money. He took all my tax money from what I worked. Cause I didn't file taxes and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
I ain't notified. No one told me. He made sure I didn't file. He knew I wouldn't do it. And he didn't file for me, and then got the money that, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. I might be a little wrong. I'm still learning about it, but still, I would be able to get my own money from what I worked from, but I didn't because I didn't file because no one taught me to file because I never worked. That was my first year working, and he didn't tell me anything about it. You know, my mom said it, but I was like, what's she talking about? No one explained it to me, so I had to figure it out on my own. But if I worked sooner, I would have learned it sooner. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then not saving, tax stuff was a problem, and then my habit at work. Like when I got to work, it's a whole nother social environment I had to learn, man.
Yeah.
Whole other social environment, bro. Like dealing with managers, dealing with like stupid customers, dealing with just coworkers. I didn't understand none of that stuff. I was terrified to get a job at 21. I was utterly terrified.
I guess I can't understand because I was gonna ask like what about humans are so hard?
Bro, like first off, I need the customer service was so bad 'cause I'm a nice person. I'm
Yeah.
understanding. Other people will cuss you out for something that's not your fault.
Yeah.
and demand something that it's impossible to happen to happen.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
They demand the impossible to happen even though it's impossible.
Yes.
And they're aware, but they want magic to happen.
Yes.
Or like people stealing, and you can get blamed for that. I wasn't aware association at work can get you fired. I had no idea that was a thing. I'm like, so because I know Bobby and Bobby stole, now I'm getting fired too? What?
Y'all could hear that in Shot Chapters on YouTube.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Shot Chapters. He goes into all of this.
Yeah. I need to start uploading again. I decided I'm uploading once I move in.
Okay.
I don't want to use anyone's spot.
I understand.
Yeah. But also giving me more time to collect my thoughts and stabilize. But stuff like that is just, or managers, the fact that I got harassed by managers. Check out Shop Chapters YouTube.
Yeah, the plug.
I got harassed by managers like crazy. I didn't know what to do. I just took it, you know.
What do you think would have prepared you for that kind of stuff, though?
Working before college.
But I feel like these are like psychopathic coworkers and managers that you're
I
talking
would have known
about,
how
like,
to deal with it better if I worked before. You see what I'm saying?
It's kind of like saying like me being able to deal with like an erratic person, like because I've dealt with like a calm person.
No, everyone's like that at any of the places I worked at. They're all like that.
They're all
Cause
like
every job I get, it's the same people every time. It's cut into three groups: the idiots, the mediums, who love the job, they really love that job, and they don't mind it too much, and then the geniuses, because the idiots make them look like geniuses.
Right.
But
were you a genius?
Yes, but the geniuses look dumb because the idiots and the mediums do the job so well because they care.
Yeah.
The geniuses don't care about the job. We're just trying to
Get paid.
and get out. We ain't trying to do nothing extra. So we end up looking dumb sometimes. We also, because we don't care, we don't learn as fast or as much as the others. Because we're like, we're about to leave so soon. I don't need to learn all these detailed stuff. I just got to do the bare minimum. I'm out. So that makes us look dumb sometimes. Because it's like it's like looking down at the job or whatever. We do that. It's just a bad thing to do. Don't look down at any job. They're all equal.
It's
Kind
a job,
of.
bro.
Yeah, job is a job, man. They all piss you off. Some just piss you off and pay you more money, and some piss you off, pay you less money. That's all it is. Yeah, so it's stuff like that. I would have known how to deal with it. Cause I've job hopped so many times. You don't understand.
I understand.
Because people are
we have, I think, on the list we have like a bunch of shots
Oh, yeah,
jobs.
man. Job hopping.
I don't know if you want to keep that to shot chapters or share
just
with.
keep it. I mean,
us.
we can choose a different topics. We don't stay on this one too long. But the idea is, yes, I could have avoided a lot of things if I knew earlier.
No, I meant like just for podcasting in general or for shot chapters exclusively.
For what? The specific details? I can give one example. Trying to think which one it is. Like at I'm trying to think. What'd you ask me again? I forgot.
I didn't ask you anything. I was saying, because you were saying you didn't want to go too much into it. And I was saying, I don't know if you want to keep it exclusively to shot chapters.
I mean,
or-
I'm not sure which story to tell. 'Cause I'm not sure what you're asking exactly. Because there's a lot of jobs that I'm thinking about in my head, like 12. So which one like would fit the subject? I'm trying to think before I go off topic. I don't know. I guess you would know how to finesse the system more. Because I learned how to finesse jobs too late. Like there was one job I had at Metro PCS. I was chilling the whole it was heaven. I go in, eat my donut, eat my hot dog. I would clock in, go watch anime for like 2 hours, do some work, watch anime for 2 more hours.
What is work? What do you do at Metro PCS?
We sell phones and take care of phone bills and stuff like that, and like just that's it. That's
Oh
it.
yeah. They look like they're always chilling.
Yeah, we're always chilling at Metro PCS,
That's
bro.
such a boring
No,
job.
it's a great job.
I would lose.
Do you know how much homework we
my
got
mind.
done and
Okay, I
we
guess
watched?
that's different. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
'cause
I
our
would
bosses
lose
don't
my
care because we
mind.
make a lot of money off commission.
Yeah.
So it's a great job. But why'd I lose it? Because of a girl.
You want to tell us that story? Keep it short and sweet.
Short and sweet. I cared too much about my girlfriend's opinion and how she felt, and that led to me making a decision. That led to my boss firing me. I literally, if I walked away from her being upset, I would still have my job now to this day because that job was amazing. It made good money, bro.
Hold on. What was this decision? Short and sweet.
I decided to not go to work
Oh,
because
okay.
my girlfriend was upset.
Got it. Okay. And then you wound up getting fired. 'cause of
Yeah,
that?
he was pissed at me.
What the hell? Okay.
And the reason why she was upset will blow your mind, but I'm saving that for short chapters.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was the episode.
It's like cliffhanger.
Yeah. No, but it was so stupid. She got me fired for the dumbest reason. And when you hear the reason, it'll blow your mind. Like, she made no sense.
Okay.
And this
I guess I'll
girl,
wait for short
and this girl made me realize that girls don't make sense.
Don't make sense.
Girls don't make sense. Don't.
No one of the human species makes sense. If
And
we're being
I
honest.
learned that now recently that males are the same way.
Yeah, like y'all don't make sense either. Don't say it just us.